it's Miss Patrick, and I am ready to do with you guys our very first video lesson. So I hope it goes great. Before we get started, there's just a few things I want to make sure you can hear my voice. So look around. If there is anyone near you who seems like they cannot hear my voice right now, please help them out. Make sure headphones are plugged in and turned on, that the volume is up, and we do any kind of troubleshooting we need to do so that everybody can hear what we're saying in this presentation. Next, I want to make sure you have a whiteboard and marker ready, because you're going to need that to follow along with what the number lines we build and those sorts of things in the lesson. Make sure you know how to pause this video. Alright, you should just be able to click in the middle or at the bottom left side. There should be a pause button. It looks like 2 lines. You need to be able to do that throughout the video in case you need to rewind it or hear something again, or just have me stop so that you can kind of catch up. So that's the best thing about these video lessons, is you can go at your own pace. So if you feel like Miss Patrick is going too fast, just go ahead and pause it and get caught up, and then press play when you are ready. And last but not least, make sure you are ready to learn. Okay, so today's lesson is rounding to the nearest 10. So our learning target is I can use a number line to round to the nearest 10. And that's a new learning target for us. It's something that we have not gone over yet. So I'm super excited that we're getting to do this one in our video lessons, and I hope that you guys learn lots and lots from it. We will also be going over this in small groups. So if you have questions, jot them down on a sticky note and you can bring them with you to small group. All right, here we go. We're going to start by talking about the number 17. All right, now that's a pretty simple number for most of us. We can build it out of base 10 blocks. You can see it has 1 10 and 7 ones. We can also look at the number 17 on a 100 number chart. And this is a 100 number chart. I just cut off the bottom because we really don't need it to see number 17. And you can see it there highlighted in green. And last, we can look at the number 17 on a number line. You can see it's circled there below. All right, so when we're looking at the number 17, we are going to be thinking about what numbers has 17 already passed. If we counted to 17, what sorts of numbers have we already counted, and what sort of numbers are we counting up to? Okay, so be thinking about that as we go on talking about this number and rounding and number lines. Okay? Now, we're going to start with making a rounding number line. All right? Anytime you use a number line for rounding, there's a few things you need to know. You're going to, when you're using it to round to the nearest 10, you're going to need to know which friendly 10 comes before 17. And we also would call that the previous 10. Now, when I say 10 here, Miss Patrick doesn't mean the number 10. I mean a group of 10. So like 10, 20, 30, 40, so on. All right, so when I say a friendly 10, that's just a group of 10s. So if you were going to build it with base 10 blocks, you would just have your 10 rods. You wouldn't have any ones cubes, because we're talking about just groups of 10. All right, so we're thinking about what group of 10 comes before 17 when we're counting. And we're also thinking about what friendly 10 comes after 17. And we would call that our next 10. Okay, so to help us think about this, we've got a 100 number chart. Okay, so 17 is still highlighted on our 100 number chart. And if you look at the far right side of that number chart, where it has your 10s, 10, 20, 30, 40, and so on, you can see that the group of 10 that we have already passed is 10, right? So in order to make 17, you have to have 10, right? So that means our previous 10, or our set of 10s before 17, is just 10. 1 10. And if we think about when we made that 17 out of base 10 blocks, before we could have our 7 ones, we had to start with that 1 10. And that's one way to think about what was your previous 10, is how many tens are in 17? And the answer to that is 110. So your previous 10 is 10. That's not confusing, is it? Now, talking about your next 10. Well, if you look at the 17 on this 100 chart, you can see that it's building up to the next 10, which is 20. Now, 17 also can build up to 30, 40, 50, and so on. And those are later 10s, but those aren't the very next 10, okay? So if we were to get 10 friends with 17, we would build the next 10, which is 20. Okay? So we need to know these two numbers when we put them on the number line. Can you hear my kitty cat in the background? Hey, Kavu. All right, so when we make our rounding number line, you're going to start just like any other number line. You're going to have a line with your arrows on either side because numbers keep on going. They don't stop. And then you're going to want to put a little tick mark on the ends to show what is your starting number and what is your ending number. Now, we did all that talk about previous 10 and next 10 because your previous 10 is going to be your starting number. So 10 is going to be our starting number, and our next 10 is going to be your ending number, which is why we're going to put 20 here on the end. Now, if you're not sure where those numbers came from, now is a good place to stop, rewind the video, or maybe even ask a neighbor if you're confused about where that 10 and 20 came from, all right? Now, again, we're not always going to use the numbers 10 and 20 as our previous 10 and next 10. It depends on what number we're rounding. In this case, we're rounding 17, and the previous 10 was 10, the next 10 was 20. But if I was rounding a number like 57, my previous 10 would be 50, and my next 10 would be 60. Okay, so those two numbers can change depending on what number you're trying to round. But right here, we're rounding 17. So we're going to look at 10 and 20 because 17 is going to be on the number line, this number line we have here that has 10 in the beginning and 20 in the end. All right? Also, when we make a rounding number line, it's super helpful to think about what number is smack dab in the middle of the two landmark numbers we've already put on this number line. All right, so I'm going to draw a little tally here in the middle of our number line, and we're going to think about what number is smack dab in the middle of 10 and 20. Okay, you might want to pause here and think about it, or look at your 100 number chart to find it. Okay, or use the base 10 blocks to find it. But if you know it, we're going to keep on rolling because the number that is smack dab in the middle of 10 and 20 is 15. Okay? It's 5 more than 10 and 5 less than 20. Okay? That 15 is really helpful because when we know what number is smack dab in the middle of our number line, it helps us attend to precision and make sure we put our other numbers in the right place. Okay, so one thing you can do after you draw your very middle is you can put 4 tick marks between 10 and 15 and 4 tick marks after 15 and 20 to divide up the rest of your number line. And that all in all is going to give you enough tick marks to draw, where 11, 12, 13, 14, and so on would go. But if you think about it, we really don't need all those tick marks in there to find 17. We can think about, 17 is more than 15. So if you think about that, you can kind of tell just about where 17 would go on the number line. Now, you're not going to want to put it right up on the 15 or right up on the 20 because if we think about numbers that come between 15 and 20, we know 17 is not the only one. We have to leave space for where those other numbers would be. But we don't really have to draw all those numbers because now that we're in 3rd grade, we can use these unmarked number lines. And we don't really have to draw every single thing in the middle if we're not using it. So you're not going to have to draw 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Just want those landmark numbers that can help you. So here is about where 17 is going to go. You can see there's space where 16 could fit in the middle, space where 18 and 19 could fit between the 17 and 20, but we really don't have to draw those, okay? So on your whiteboard, I want you to draw a rounding number line that looks like this one with your landmark numbers 10, 15, and 20, and then also your 17 marked. Okay, so if you have not done that yet, go ahead and pause the video and do that now and press play after your number line looks like mine. Okay? Alright, great. Your number line should look just like this one. Now that we've made our rounding number line, we're going to talk about how to use this number line. Now, I went ahead and put all these tick marks for all the other numbers between 10 and 20 on there just to help you see where that 17 is located and why. Alright, so if you have questions about that, write them down and you can bring them to small group and we'll talk more about using the unmarked number line. But I don't want that to be the focus of what you're working on and really focusing on right now, okay? So, yes, we're going to use unmarked number lines, but no, if you're not a pro at it, it's not a big deal, okay? You'll get better at it. So, we can see here on this number line, it's pretty easy to tell which 10 the 17 is closest to. You know, remember when we're talking about the tens, we're talking about that number 10 and the number 20. Well, look at your number line. Which one is 17 actually closer to? Great. We can use arrows, our little bunny hops, to double check our answer. I can see that 17 is only 3 away from 20 because 7 and 3 are 10 friends, but we can also use that number line to help us figure out that 3. 17 is 3 away from 20, but it's 7 away from 10. So it's definitely going to be closer to 20. Does that make sense? Because 17 is closer to 20 than it is to 10, we can say 17 rounds up to 20. We're going to use that word up because it's our next 10. 20 is moving up. It's a bigger number. So we would say it rounds up. If it were to round to the 10 that was the previous 10 or a smaller number, you would say it rounds down. But 17 rounds up. We can also say 17 rounded to the nearest 10 is 20.